Hi, good morning. Well, actually, it's already afternoon. We did end up sleeping most of the day, and by we, I mean some of my friends and I. We went out to DJ Kristen, and I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce his last name, but he is the actor of Hodor in his DJ set for the Rave of Thrones, even though technically they were not actually calling it the Rave of Thrones. I think it was called the Rave of Thrones last year when he did come in and play at the Bomb Factory, but he played at the Lizard Lounge last night, and I met up with some friends of mine. And I didn't do any calorie consumptions at the club, and I only had a light snack when I got home, so I didn't get any additional calorie consumption consumed during the night. So everything that I did while I was there was purely a loss in calories, and I did burn way past my caloric output goal yesterday, as well as I am well on my way to burning through it as of today. I did do roughly about 250 calories since midnight. And most of that was, I wouldn't really call it dancing, because the floor was pretty crowded, and it was pretty much just a sea of bodies mashed together to the point that I even had to tell like one or two people, like, look, I understand you want to be up close, but I'm kind of tired of body anatomy parts pushing against me. So I had to do a little bit reminding that wasn't welcome attention. So it was more of a, like a pop, pop, pop sort of thing, and light dancing, but we still did stay active for about 3 to 4 hours. And there was very little sitting. In fact, don't even think that I sat at the club, not even once. So, which is not unusual for me, but yeah, I guess after 4 hours, maybe. But so there we are. I unfortunately don't really feel like doing doing anything too overly strenuous. I mean, in regards to, I was originally intending on looking at doing a 10K today. But I'm not really feeling it. I don't really feel too bad because I did get enough sleep, and I also didn't drink any alcohol, so I'm not in any way, shape, or form hungover in the least. But there, I guess because I have burned a very large amount of calories, well, I'd say about 300 more excess than I was aiming for as of yesterday. That probably has something to do with it. I'm still trying to eat relatively low calorie. I did consume a pretty big breakfast this morning, about 500 calories, which included 2 tortillas, well, actually, like wheat rotini or something like that, runini. I don't even know these words. They escape me. Well, it's more that I've never heard anybody pronounce them, so it's like I don't know how to pronounce words that I've never even heard of anybody say. So I did have some eggs, vegetarian sausage, tomatoes, spinach, and a little bit of mushrooms in those breakfast burritos, but they are taking the place of both a breakfast and a lunch. I do gotta watch my calorie intake for today because I am going over to my friend's house for a typical Sunday dinner, which is an awful place for a diet, but we're gonna do our best, and we are trying to gonna go ahead and try to keep the meal under I would say under 600. I was gonna say 400 or 500, but I don't want to overpromise on that one. So I'm gonna at least try our best to keep it very low calorie. And now I'm gonna actually go do some cardio. It is leg day, so I am still hoping to hit by a gym. If not, then that's going to be a lot of squats and lunges in awkward locations. So let's try to go to the gym. But for now, we are going to go ahead and do a cardio burnout to try to combat those additional calories that I may consume today via extremely large breakfast. Well, like I say extremely large, but 500 calorie breakfast and a potential 600 calorie meal, because I do like to snack, and I'm not going to be full just from those two, and that's already getting me a little bit close to that 1,300 goal. So the more calories I burn out today, the better. And I just finished the cardio portion for the day. I'm well over, let's see if, oh my gosh, there we go. I'm well into the red zone. The green zone has gone around more than once as well. So we're over, actually I'm like well into over 2 hours of cardio. That includes the dancing. We've also burned at least about 750 calories for the day, which should put me in a really good position for dinner tonight. I am still gonna make sure that I eat a little bit conservatively, but I'm also going to be meal prepping in a way that I'll know how many calories are in each food item, so I can make the smart choices for myself and make sure that I keep below my own budget that I've set. I am going to do a little bit of legs. I am not going to go to the gym today. I just don't really have time, because about 30 minutes from now I do need to be at the grocery store, and because I'm going to be transporting food, refrigerated food, without proper without a proper way to keep them cool for very long, I do need to make sure that I get them to their location pretty quickly, without stopping into a gym for like 30 minutes to an hour, or however long it would take me to do an appropriate legs routine. Legs routine is at least one of those that are a little bit easier to do at home, since you can get a really good leg routine out of just doing lunges and squats and other body weight exercises. One of the cool things there. So anyways, I better get around to that. Alright, so we were pretty much just completing the last bit of today. We did get a little bit of legs in, which did include some squat and lunges without going to the gym, as well as the full cardio session. I did burn, I would say, close to 1,000 calories throughout the course of the day, including the dancing session. So a very large amount of calories. However, I didn't do so good nutrition-wise. But in this case, it's good that I'm not going too low or too exercise dependent or anything like that. I did try to behave a little bit at the dinner. However, it was really hard because the food was really delicious and was really well cooked, and I had awesome people helping me cook it, and they did a great job grilling the chicken, and all the vegetables came out really great thanks to Brooke seasoning them. So I did consume probably about 700 calories there. What really did me in though was somebody brought these like lemon little cake things. I mean, they were pretty tiny. I'd say about that big. They were pretty tiny, but unfortunately, I'm sure each one had about 250 calories in them. So that's where I probably went bad at. I don't think that we got any gains today, but it certainly wasn't in any very large loss either. So I would consider this at least a break-even day. I do think that I burned a little bit more calories than I put in, but I don't really know that for sure. So hopefully. Anyways, so upper body again tomorrow. So excited about that, since that one is my favorite one. So, all right. Hope you guys have a good night, and I look forward to next time.